We going live. Okay, you're good to go.
Thank you. Welcome to the special meeting of the MCS Board of Directors for March 4th, 2024. This is a 1 p.m. Zoom meeting. Does everyone want to see the agenda as presented and edited? Are there any changes to the agenda that was sent out, the edited version this morning? No? Okay, can I get, I'll make a motion that we approve the agenda as stated. All those in favor?
I'll second.
Thank you. Just rolling right through it. So that brings us to number 3, which is the next steps in our MCS Executive Director search process. And this is basically to empower 2 members of the board to negotiate with our leading candidate a contract so that they will accept a contract for the ED job for next year. I have listed under 3A there a discussion on the status. Are there any questions as far as our next steps go? Just as a summary, we had a great meeting, a public meeting in person at the school, and we solicited feedback from those in attendance, both in person and online, and 100% of the responses were positive and directing the board to hire our number 1 candidate. Okay, I've spoken with Emily offline, who's not here today, and she said that she'd be interested in being a part of that process. And I am also interested in being a part of that. Generally, we'd have at least 2 members, generally around 2 members, go and do that kind of contract negotiation. Is there anyone else who feels passionate that they want to be on, do that with myself or Emily?
I have a full faith in you, Dan, and Emily to negotiate a contract. I'm happy to serve as a liaison with our attorneys to get the process going, to get the contract drafted up, sort of with the green light from the board. And that seems like a separate and ancillary, but also helpful step.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you. I think that's probably the first step. So maybe I would make a motion that Julia engages the board attorneys to help draft a contract so that we can be prepared to offer that to our leading candidate. Can I get a second for that? Yes, go ahead, Maria.
Can you repeat the motion very slowly so I can type it out? Thank you.
Sorry. The motion, I speak fast sometimes too. So the motion is to empower Julia to discuss or engage our attorneys to write a contract for our next DD.
Okay, thank you.
And then I was looking for a second. Thank you, Avelia. All those in approval of that motion? Any opposed? Motion passes. So that'll start the process off, and that obviously will be something that we negotiate and will change, but we'll at least have a baseline to start from. One of the things, yeah, so that'll help us in that process. And then the second was a motion. Sorry, adding McKenna here. Welcome, McKenna. We just passed a motion to direct Julia to engage our lawyers with contract language for our leading candidate so that we can be prepared to do that negotiation. And now I'm proposing that the board allow myself and Emily to engage in contract discussions with our leading candidate for executive director.
Dan, can you just repeat that? Sorry, I just need a little more help today.
No problem. The motion is to empower Dan Watson and Emily Strands to negotiate with our leading candidate for the position of executive director of MCS.
I'm happy to second.
Thank you, Julia. Then Marie, let me know, and then I'll take a vote. I appreciate you doing
Okay,
the time, the keeping of the notes and the memo, minutes. It's
I got
much
it.
appreciated. All right, so it's seconded by Julia. All those in favor? Motion passes 100%. Thank you. That wraps up item number 3 on our agenda today. Item number 4 is another action item, and that is to add Veronica Smith, who was a contractor, to our Umpqua banking access. And basically, it's a form that we've submitted that's part of the minutes that allows her access so that she can write checks. And Avelia's here to clarify anything else along that. But right now, it's Avelia and Jen, I believe, are on the account. And just for backstory there, Veronica works with Summer, and they're handling our immediate needs for payroll and payee, any bills and things that come in. And so it will streamline the process. It's not a blank check for Veronica or any way, but it just allows for access. Any questions on that item number on our agenda, item 4? We've done this twice in the past so far, once for Avelia, which is just a form letter that I have in one of the files here, and then once for Jen as well, just to add them into our banking access so that we can pay bills and whatnot. All right, without any questions, I'll make a motion that we add Veronica Smith to the Umpqua Bank access. And can you help me with the wording of what is it? There's a certain word that we use for that piece of paper. Do you remember what that was?
It's just giving an authorized for her to become an authorized
The signer.
signer.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll reword that motion then. Thank you, Avelia. So the motion will be to add Veronica Smith as an authorized signer for our Umpqua bank account.
I second.
Thank you. Thank you, McKenna. All those in favor? Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. Without any further discussion, will be the end of our meeting. Quick and easy. All
Thanks,
right.
guys.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks for meeting in the middle of the day.